Hey, what is going on YouTube? We are back with another video, moving forward in our algorithms and data structures videos. We are now on to selection sort. As you can see up here on the screen, this is an R, not a V. So we're going to cover this algorithm, super easy to implement, fairly quick, so I don't expect to spend too much time going through this because it is an in-place algorithm. It does nothing more than just swap the elements only when it needs to and in place. So we should see that happen here shortly. This algorithm is not very good for large files or large data structures because it is an O of n squared algorithm. Not the most optimal algorithm. But anyway, we're going to cover it because that's what we ought to do because it is an algorithm. Whether you use it or not, that is totally up to you. But jump right into it. We're going to start with an array of 5, 4, 8, 2, not 21, 2, 1. So we're going to have two loops in this algorithm because it's O of n squared, which we're going to have I, and we're going to have a j, which j is going to increment through. And then we're also going to have a variable min, which is going to be set to I, which is 0 in this case. Their indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the outer loop is I, the inner loop is j. I is going to stay the same until we finish with j, and then we move on up. So then we go 2. And we're going to compare because min is the index of 0, which is equal to 5. We're going to say is 4 is j is the array at j, which is 4 less than 5. And if it is, we're going to set min equal to 4. Now min is 4. Then we take j and we're going to increment it. We're going to say is 8 less than 4. It is not, so we skip it. And then now we're going to say is 2 less than 4. It is, so then min is now equal to 2. And then we're going to say is 1 less than 2. And it is, so that is equal to 1. Now we're going to swap our index I with our min. So now because 5 is greater than 1, now we're going to do the swap. So then this is going to become 1, 4, 8, 2, 5. We're done with this index. So now I is going to be there and j is going to start there. So then now we're going to loop through it again where min is equal to 4. We're going to do the same comparison again. 8 less than 4, it is not. Is 2 less than 4, it is. So now min equal to 2. And then we move on to the next one. Is 5 less than 2? It is not. So then we take 2 and 4 and we swap them. So then you get 1, 2, 8, 4, 5. We move up here because it should be a little more easier to read. So we got our array 1, 2, 8, 4. So I was there. So now we're going to move I up to this one. Oops. And then this is going to be j. So min is now equal to 8. And we're going to say is 4 less than 8? It is. Min is equal to 4. And we're going to say is 5 less than 4? It is not. So now we swap 4 and 8. 1, 2, 4, 8, 5. Now our indices move up 1. So now this becomes I again. And this is j. So then we take our min and we set it back to I, which is 8. And we do the comparison again. Is 5 less than 8? It is. So then min is equal to 5. And then we do the swap because there's no more. So then you get 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. So that is the algorithm written out. You can see why if you have a lot of numbers, it can get pretty crazy. So I kept it to 5. So hopefully I got the point across of how this is done. So now we're going to cover the pseudocode of how. So now that we have our our visual representation of the algorithm here, it should be a little more easier to understand what we're doing in our pseudocode. So we have I and j, so that indicates that we have 2 loops, and we have a variable min. So we're going to say for loop, so we'll say for I is equal to 0, because that's going to start at the beginning. I is less than n minus 1. We're not going to go up to the very top, because we won't need to. And we increment I. I need my horrible looking curly braces, because this will get a little weird if I don't add it. And then this is where we're going to use our variable min. So min is going to be equal to I. And then we have another for loop right after that. For j is equal to I plus 1. J less than n, because that will go to the full length of the array. And then j plus plus. Another curly brace. Then inside of this for loop, we're going to need an ifs block. So if, to clarify something, because I will be using an array here, so this array is going to be A. So AJ is less than index of A min. If that is the case, then we're going to set min equal to j. Close out the curly brace. Close out this for loop. And then inside of this for loop, this is where we're going to do the swap. So we're going to need a variable temp. So temp is equal to array min. Then array A min is now equal to A j. Oops. Sorry, we're outside of that for loop. So AI, and then AI is now equal to temp. And curly brace off that for loop, and we're done. That is it. That is all to that algorithm. Selection sort, pretty short and simple. 2 for loops, as you can see, which brings our runtime up of n squared. Not the best algorithm you want to aim for, not the best runtime, but gets the job done if you got small file. So hopefully that cleared that up a little bit. If you got any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. Any criticism or anything will help see how I'm doing. I'm not the best teacher out there, but this is for me to get better at that and to definitely get to understand more of everything, so I don't forget it, because that happens over time. If you don't use it, you end up forgetting it. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, if you guys find this helpful, make sure you can do what you want. It doesn't matter to me. But just thank you for tuning in. If you watch this, I do greatly appreciate it. We are going to move on to implement this algorithm in different languages, as you can see from the previous videos. 5 languages or so. If you'd like to see different ones outside of the 5 that I do, make sure you leave a comment or something to let me know. Because as of right now, just keep doing what I'm doing. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. See you next time.